Corrine Clark. She comes to us from Washington, D.C. She's the co-founder of freepressfail.com. First of all, what is freepressfail.com? What is that?
We're a conservative media company. We try to be the alternative to a lot of the fake news that started around Trump's first run in 2016 and just hasn't stopped. And you can find us at freepressfail.com.
Okay, so people go there and they see what on the website?
A lot of counter to mainstream narratives like this Trump-DeSantis narrative, actually. A lot of Biden gaffes, because there are many, and any coverage of Trump derangement syndrome, which is rampant in the mainstream media. He's living rent-free in their heads, and we cover when they make that clear.
Okay. So you believe that Donald Trump running for president is a good thing and you support him, correct?
Yes, but I also think that everybody should be able to run in a primary. I think a lot of people are discouraging Trump from running in a primary, ironically, because they are worried that he is going to win it, which says that they are not actually anti-Donald Trump, they are anti-Trump voters. And I think that that is a short-sighted thing, and it's insulting, frankly.
Okay, but based upon the data I just gave you, Corrine, the 210 electoral votes are impossible for Trump to win. Does that change your opinion at all?
The map that you presented is terrible, and it looks exactly like a map that most Republicans would face. I don't see that changing dramatically for any Republican nominee. And if anyone was going to change that, I think it would be Trump, as we've just seen with Lee Zeldin's race in New York. He didn't win it. He made the most progress that any Republican has made in New York history recently for a statewide race. And that is largely due to the support of Donald Trump. So I think if that map is going to look any better than what you presented, it's probably going to be under Trump than anyone else.
Okay, but in order for that to change, two things would have to happen. The economy in America would have to get worse, which I think it will. Very good chance that it will. And two, that Trump himself would have to change a little bit and stop with the election stuff. Even his MAGA supporters are tired of hearing about that, and they know it's not a winner. Do you agree?
I don't. I think that's been a mainstream narrative for a long time, and everybody since 2015 has been giving Donald Trump a list of things he needs to change about himself if he wants to be successful. And then he won an election in 2016, and still the same people have a new list of things that Donald Trump should change about himself if he wants to be successful. There are a bunch of people in the media and in politics, even in Republican politics, as we've seen, that will just never like Trump, and they will never like who he is and how he talks and how he cares about certain issues. They will never agree with him. And repeatedly, Republican voters have shown that they do like that. They do like how he talks. They don't care about the tweets. They don't want him to change. That was evidence when we won in 2016, and then when he won 11 million more votes than he won in 2016 in 2020.
That's all true.
Time they told him to change.
That's all true, but that was before the election controversy and January 6th. So you believe at this point that Donald Trump has a legitimate chance of recapturing the White House by not changing anything, just Trump being Trump. Is that correct?
I think to capture the White House is going to be difficult for any Republican nominee for the reasons that you just showed on the map. That's going to be tough for any Republican. That's not just a Trump map. That is a GOP versus Democrat map. This isn't the Reagan era where we can actually sweep 525 electoral votes. And I wish that it was. But the maps just don't work like that anymore.
Okay.
I do think that Trump should not bow to the establishment, and that's his strength, and I think his supporters recognize that. And that's why they don't want him to run, not because, well, they don't want him to run because they don't like him and they think he's going to win. That's what's funny.
Well, there's no question that he didn't bow, that the MAGA brigades remain loyal to him. But at this point, that's not enough. He's got to get independent voters to come back to him. And if the economy worsens, then he'll have a chance because he did run the country pretty well economically. Corrine, thanks very much.